Right, so for 3.3, I'm starting on the set because we've gone over the go, or the ready in class. So I'm not going to discuss that. If you need extra help with that, you guys could come in and get that. For the set, when you're determining the function type, so I'm going to put some notes over here. The function type is in reference to, is it linear, quadratic, exponential. Let me slide this over. Cubic. So one of the things you guys are going to have to make sure to remember is linear is when it's x, quadratic is x squared, exponential is b to the x, and cubic is x cubed. And then there's also an extra one, which is quartic, which we haven't seen a whole lot of, but that's when it's x to the fourth. So that's how we're going to label these. When you guys are identifying the end behavior, for the end behavior, that's when you're writing x approaches negative infinity, f of x approaches blank. You have to fill in the f of x. X approaches infinity, f of x approaches blank. You have to do this whole thing for each one of those. So 11, 12, 13, and 14. For each one, you have to fill out the end behavior. In order to do the end behavior, I would look back at the function type. If it is a positive, it opens up. So the line would go this way, parabola this way, exponential, cubic, quartic. So that's if it's positive. If it's negative, your line goes down, your parabola goes down. Your exponential is going to end up being the opposite direction. It'll be a decreasing function. Cubic, quartic. So they all go in the opposite direction. That was my phone. Sorry, guys. Again. Okay. Let me put this on silent. Okay. Then, when you guys are working on more of the set, you're going to use the equations above to answer the following questions. Which function has the greatest value at x equals 100? So I'm going to highlight that. That should be a hint that you're going to plug in 100 for x. So that's how you guys are going to need to do that one. You're going to need to plug it in. When it's always increasing and always decreasing, look at the graph. Increasing means it's going to always go up. So from left to right, it goes up. Okay, increasing. Left to right is up only. Decreasing. Left to right is down only. So those are things you'll definitely want to make sure that you are writing down. Relative maximum and minimum. Those are the graphs that have an absolute top and an absolute bottom. So for the relative maximum, you are looking for a peak. That's when you have a max. A minimum, you're looking for an absolute bottom. So you have to be able to pick from 11 through 14 which ones are going up, which ones are going down, which ones have the peaks, which ones don't have the peaks. All right, that's the set. If there's any other terms that you don't know, Google them, and that might help you with a definition or two. On the go, when it says solve for x, and we see these, when it's x squared, soon as I see the x squared, the first thing that needs to pop into your head is, oh, I need to factor this first. So when you're factoring, you want to make sure that it's what multiplies to c. So a quick example. If I have x squared plus 5x plus 6. Make sure you don't have that one over here. Good, you don't. Close though. I want to see what multiplies to 6. So 1 and 6 and 3 and 2. I am looking for which of these adds to the 5, the B. And the only one that adds to 5 is 3 and 2. So this would be x plus 3, x plus 2. There's my factors. Now to solve, I set each factor equal to 0. So x is going to equal -3 and x will equal -2. I really do expect you guys to understand that we're just changing the signs. So all you have to do is go from here to here and you should be fine. On 25, you'll have to factor the inside first. So you'll have x and then a set of 2 parentheses. 24 is already factored for you. So you just need to set each of those equal to 0. So there's the first one, and then solve for x. For 23, you have to move the 12 over first. So you want this to be x squared plus 4x plus 12 equals 0. Now you are going to factor. Okay, and then in the last part of your go, multiply, that's when you are going to use the FOIL method, or you can set up the box method, whichever one you guys are more comfortable with, and then go through the multiplication process. You're not solving them, you're just multiplying them out, and you're going to end with ax squared plus bx plus c. So we did those all the way since Math 2. So you guys should be good with those. All right, so that takes care of 3.3. If you have questions on anything else, make sure you guys come in and ask for help. Bye.